Shalom.
Shalom, brothers.
Shabbat shalom. Also, I think this is the last one before the new moon, which comes in. Is that Saturday and Sunday evening?
Saturday to Monday.
Sunday to Monday, right?
That 0.9 gap kicked in.
And if my calculations are correct, the Day of Atonement should be Wednesday night, October 1st, going into Thursday night.
Yeah.
Because it's on the 10th day of the 7th month, so Sunday night, and then it gotta be Wednesday.
I'm gonna go. The elders got that page. I'm gonna go check that page.
So I got
it ain't posted yet.
Ain't posted yet.
Hold on. So say it again. Wednesday to Thursday. So I'm gonna call out Thursday.
I think it's Wednesday to Thursday.
So yeah, I'm gonna call out. I'm usually off on Wednesdays.
I hope it's Wednesday. To Thursday. I'm off Thursdays.
Yeah, I'm usually off.
Pick up Thursday.
I'm usually off on Wednesdays, but I
pick up.
can switch my schedule.
We'll see. But otherwise, we are the Hebrew Israelites. We come to preach the truth of the Bible, to tell the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans the true history and nationality according to the Bible, which is not a religious book. It's not a book of Christianity. It's a book of history, laws, prophecies. But before that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'arakabadash.
and double honors to our elders and apostles, from Apostle to heart on down, that Ruel, peace, and blessings to the elect.
All right, so to start this camp, we're just going to basically, we're going to be prophets, man. We're going to speak about what's going on in the world and what we see and how we see it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. I'm going to get the brother to bring out this first precept, and then I'm going to go in on these FJs, or the Zionists, if you will, while we still can, and I'll explain. Go ahead.
Revelations 2, starting at 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
And the reason why I got the brother to bring this out is because this is probably the most prevalent time in history. Now, we talked about who are the true people of Israel, Yasharallah, who are the true people of God, right? Who are the 12 tribes of Israel, the bloodlines, where they come from, how they were scattered. We've said this a million times in one, where most people know who are the Hebrew Israelites, right? You can go on any algorithm and just type in Hebrew and it'll pop up Israelites. It won't even pop up the Zionists. They don't even associate themselves as Israelites. They associate themselves as Israelis and Zionists. So when you type in Hebrew Israelite, you'll see brothers and sisters like us, right? So the main reason why I wanted the brother to bring that out is because America is through. Now, we say this every week, in season, out of season, but I'm trying to give context to what I'm saying. America is now completely controlled by Israel. It's always been controlled behind the scenes, but now it's controlled on a very, very prevalent, in front of your face level. And how do we know this? Through all the policies, the bills, and what we were seeing all over the world. So now I'm going to break it down a little bit. Trump passed a bill. I'm going to start with a few things. Trump passed a bill basically telling the states if they do not pledge allegiance to Israel, they will not get government funding when there is a catastrophe. So hear me out. Let's say Hurricane Katrina, right? Hurricane Katrina happened. The government came in. They had brought the National Guard and the reserves, and it came and helped New Orleans. Trump's bill now says that if you are a state or any legislation or you speak against Zionists and you're not pledging allegiance to them, if you are in dire need of government funding, we will not come up to help. This is now becoming a point where states are basically being held at gunpoint. If you want your people to be good, if you want your roads to be good, if you have a crisis or anything happens to you and you need the government to come help, we are not going to come help unless you pledge allegiance, right? They're also making it to the point where if you speak about the Zionists or what they're doing or their world dominance, their control, they owning everything, the land, the money, the media, if you are speaking out against them and you are a legislator or a person who is in government, it basically is an assassination of your career, let alone they might actually assassinate you. Now, we know this firsthand, Charlie Kirk. Now, mind you, Charlie Kirk is an Edomite. We don't really care too much, but we also got to understand the narrative that was on the table. Charlie Kirk was pro-Israel, pro-MAGA, pro-separation, pro-white. Recently, before his death, within the 3 weeks to a month before his death, he started speaking out against Israel and started talking about the Epstein files and how it's a big.
Crazy thing is, apparently he was close with Candace Owens.
Yeah.
And Candace Owens is a notorious anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Or anti-Zionist.
Anti-Zionist.
He's cool.
Yeah, they come from basically the same class, if you will. But he started speaking out against the Zionists. He started talking about the genocide in Palestine, what they want, their control over most things, and the fact that they want to be worshipped as gods. There's actually videos out there of a rabbi basically saying, you already worship one Jew, why not just worship us all? Meaning that Jew is who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ or Yahweh Shai, right? This is their rhetoric out here. Their rhetoric is that we are the world dominators, and now they're verbally allowing it to be seen. Before it was like, don't tell nobody, it's us. Now it's coming out that more and more people are speaking out against the Zionists, and more of their sins and their nakedness is being shown into the world. So now what they're doing, and this is why I said this might be very well the last couple of years or last year that we can even speak out against them. So I'm going to use TikTok, all right? So I'm going to bring it all down and we're going to get into scriptures. I'm going to use TikTok. Remember when TikTok was owned by China, right? You could go on TikTok and you can actually see real news because you were seeing a perspective of wars, especially the Ukrainian war and Russia and everything that's going on around the world. You could see the perspectives from other people and their lens. Like in China, they would say that America, or it'll say Russia's winning the war and already took most of the cities in Ukraine. But in America, they'll say on our news that Putin has his tail between his legs. He's not going to win his war. He's upset. It's two different narratives, right? Now, so what happened when that was going on? America basically told China, if you do not sell TikTok to us, we're going to shut this platform down and never use it in America again. And then remember, TikTok went down. And then when it came back up, it was a new TikTok. The new TikTok was now you couldn't see what was going on in the war in Ukraine. Because I remember you can go on TikTok and you could watch Ukrainian fighters fighting like and real death and bombs and grenades. You could see what was really happening. Yeah. You could see what was going on in Gaza. People were live streaming of what was going on. So the new TikTok came. There's now another TikTok coming. If not, it's probably already happening as we speak. Whereas though TikTok is going to come back up, it's going to be a new app. If they're saying it's going to be a new app, it's still going to be called TikTok, but now it's going to be controlled by Israeli media or Israeli backers, right? They're going to use, they're going to now, and the reason why they're doing this is because they want to censor anti-Semitic or anti-Zionist culture. They said that one of the biggest threats to Israel right now is Gen Z. Gen Z's narrative and the way Gen Z looks at Israel and the Zionists is a very, 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 they look at them as like they're the devils that the Bible speaks of. The way they should look at them, because we all see what's really going on. But at the same time, the Zionists saying we're losing the digital war, and we need to take back the digital war. So new contracts were just signed with Google and Amazon and other major platforms in Silicon Valley, where now that there's going to be Jewish or Zionist media groups and infrastructures that are going to come in and now censor or try to help censor any anti-Zionist or anti-Israel movement. So what does that tell us, right? We talk about the famine of the word, right? We talk about the famine of the word, and we all talk about, it's going to be a point in time where, they're going to be running to and fro. Get the scripture. They're going to be running to and fro. And I'm going to get the scripture so I don't chop it up.
Famine of the word.
Famine of the word.
This is the book of Amos 8 and 11. It says, I see where the 10 to the point. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing of the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Now, we understand this to be true, and this is why I said it's coming sooner than we actually think, right? It's not going to be just because of World War III. It's because of what the narrative is. Silicon Valley has signed a couple $100 million to $1 billion deals in different areas to be able for Israel or the Zionists to control literally what we see and watch on TV. They're making it, there was a bill that was just passed recently as well that anybody who's speaking against Israel, right, can be put into prison or fined. So they're now already creating the criteria to speak about these people or what they're doing to the world, what they're doing to America, what they're doing in the infrastructure. What they're doing is basically a crime by law, and that you can be put into prison or deported. Even if you grew up and was born here, you can also be deported out of this country. They're now setting the stage. Shalom, shalom. It's Moses, right? I believe so. Shalom.
Yeah.
They're now creating the stage for the famine of the word. Because remember, about a year ago, there was a female Israeli legislator who said that the number one biggest threat to Israel and Zionists was the young African American black community. Why does she say that? It's common sense. If they're so upset about people talking about how dirty they are, their war crimes, 9/11, it's even come out that 9/11 was staged and orchestrated by the Zionists. And the reason why they did that is because they wanted America to go to war to destabilize the Middle East so they can start making claim to all those lands. All of this is because they want what? Their New World Order. And the New World Order is going to be 100% controlled by the Amalekites, by the chief house of Esau, which we know today as the Zionists. And this is what it all is coming down to, right? So, why is it that they're saying that we are the biggest threat? Is because we are the only ones on the highways and hedges and the only community of people on the planet that are directly opposing the Zionists, saying that we are exactly who you pretend to be, which to them is detrimental to their entire campaign. Because as long as the world believes that they're the God's true people, they can get away with their sins. But if we are the ones on the highways and hedges and we're telling them to their faces, boldly as lions, you are the devil that the Bible speaks of. You're an Amalekite. You speak Yiddish, which is a Germanic language. You come from Petra. You come from Petra, Jordan, and all those areas. You do not come from the nation of Israel. You do not even hail from that bloodline. You are a convert when you didn't want to convert over to you were a convert from the Ashkenaz or from the Khazarian empires, which Anastasia, remember their whole bloodline was supposedly wiped out. Why were the people on all sides trying to kill these people? They wouldn't convert to Catholics, and they wouldn't convert to Islam, so they converted to Judaism and took on a culture as a religion. All right, go ahead.
Verse Amos 8 and 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
See, there's going to be a time where everyone is going to wake up, because right now people are asleep. It's like they see the writing on the wall, but no one's doing anything about it. And why? Because this place is supposed to crumble. But to be honest with you, and this is me being honest, America is already through. It is completely controlled and occupied by the Zionists in Israel. Literally, there's over 125 American legislators that are in Israel as we speak that have basically taken the oath to uphold all Israeli and Zionist favorables. This is what's going on right now. Now, did you see the new flag that they're trying to say? 50 states and one Israel. And it's this new flag with one star. And it's a flag that they're trying to, that Netanyahu, whoever he say his fucking name, he fucking is posting on the back of his joint. And you see all these American legislators like, yeah, America has been conquered. America is occupied. America is no longer a sovereign nation. Go ahead.
Isaiah 47, 2 and 3. Take the millstones and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover thy thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man.
And this is the thing. Their shame has been shown all over the world. So now there's Israeli and government contracts to now control what you see in censorship with Google. This is why, if you notice, if anybody knows what happened in Africa, Africa completely shut down Google and created their own internet or their own infrastructure that has nothing to do with what? The Israelis or the Zionists. They're doing it. Who do you think is going to be next in war? See, the thing about these people, they're prideful. They don't believe that Africa is strong enough to even do anything. So they're thinking they're going to disrupt all of this, disrupt all that, assassinate. The same thing they've been doing in Africa since its inception. They've been killing and assassinating presidents and emperors and putting proxy emperors and presidents in place that basically control, so they control the narrative and they can have somebody in there that's going to allow them to do what they want. Look what's going on in Great Britain. Great Britain itself is already fallen. It is occupied by the Zionists. Look what's going on in Paris, France. They don't show you this on the news. Go get on your watch. Their economy is almost complete to the point where they're not even able to pay their government officials. Go look it up yourself. They're not putting this on TV, but the empires of Esau are all crumbling. And we all know this must happen. It's still a fucked up feeling because we're living in it, right? We're living in it. We see that and what the Zionists are trying to do to the Americans, they're trying to get them to to bow. And how are they trying to get them to bow? The price of living of everything is going up. No longer do you have freedom of speech. You go into the market right now, a loaf of bread is like $6-7. You go to Germany, a loaf of bread is like 50 to 90 cents, right? I'm giving perspective here. A carton of eggs is like $5-6. A carton of eggs in other countries is $1.25. A carton of let's say oat milk might be 90 cents. A carton of oat milk here is like $6. They're literally bleeding Americans dry so they can bow. This is what this is all about. And then they're telling Americans now, we roll back DEI, we roll back DEI, affirmative action, and all these things because we want this to be completely 100 and utterly % controlled by the Israeli government. America is not a country anymore. It is a corporation that was sold to the highest bidder, and the highest bidder was the Zionists. What they want is their new world order. And I'm telling you right now, even this video might get censored. You might not see any of this, and if you do see it on your algorithm, repost it, because everything I'm telling you is 100% factual. They now have media bots out there that are controlling what we are saying and making sure to block anything that's anti-Israel. And yes, I'm 144,000% anti-Zionist, Israel, and that old fake Jew bullshit. You are not the people of God. You own no claims to it, no bloodline, no nothing. And the Lord is going to find you wanting. The Lord is going to find you wanting, right? The Lord is going to be the one that's going to smack you in your ass. Because you're going to build your bunkers like you've already been doing, getting ready to implode. And what's crazy is all the European nations and all those in the UN are what? Starting to feel the pressures of this one little small nation of people. These chief house of Ishashua, the chief house of Ishashua, right? Amalekites. People are starting to feel it. So this is why it says in the scriptures, they shall hate the whore. It's going to be very clear on why everybody is going to bomb America. And it wasn't bombing America because it's just the Americans. They're bombing America because America symbolizes the sword of who? The Zionists. So if we get rid of their sword, we're going to be able to get rid of them. And this is what's going to be in the minds of these other nations. They're going to be like, we got to cut the head off of the snake. We got to kill the great whore, find upon a dragon. Because America is keeping all the other nations in check, while Israel is keeping America in check.
That's all. That's all. What you got? He kind of said some bunker shit, so I want to get that.
All right,
This Job 9:24.
we were going to get there at the end.
All right, so I'll circle back to
We're going to get to Job.
So,
the reason why we're going to get to Job later on, we're just going to close out with Job.
all right, so I'm going to grab this closer to when we bring Job out. I got something else too.
Got you.
So go ahead, bring which one?
Isaiah 2.
And it's not going to be a long lesson. We just want to make it very, very, very clear. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. Like I'm telling you right now, the famine of the word is coming, and it's going to be because we are going to be the ones still on the highways and hedges when they start doing their censorships and they start banning and taking things down. It's going to be the Israelites who are compelled by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Now, mind you, why are we going to still be on the highways and hedges? Because we serve no man. We serve living power. And our living power says, don't fear the one that can kill the body, fear the one that can kill the body and the soul. So we fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So when they start censoring and people losing their jobs and everything happening because you're speaking out against the atrocities of these demonic ass people, people are going to be in limbo. But guess what we're going to be doing? Yup. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Yup. We are them. And then the Lord is going to what? He's going to then, when it's time, going to what? Put our tongues to the top of our mouths and tell us to shut the hell up, and we're not going to be on the streets anymore. And when that happens, just understand that the people who geared up for this were the Zionists. Everything. Every war, every proxy war they control, they started. Why did they want America to go to war in the Middle East? So what? They can destabilize the Muslims and all of that, so they can what? Have their new. Remember, did you see the map of New Israel? Did you see what they're trying to do in Palestine? They're trying to clear out 2.5 people, eugenics cleansing, genocide, so they can repopulate everything. Look what happened in Hawaii. Remember the Hawaii fires, right? Where everyone knows it was an energy beam, because anybody who had the blue top, the energy beam couldn't burn through the house. That's not a conspiracy theory. Go look up the technology if you don't believe me. Now, when all of that happened, who started buying up all the land? They said it's going to be luxury condos and all this. Who started buying up all the land? Zionists, Israelis. Did you know over in Israel right now that most Israelis are living for free off of American taxpayer dollars? We send them billions so they can live in luxury houses, have cars, and eat, and never have to work a day in their life. Over there, they're getting it. I'm giving straight game right now.
Even when they here, they own everything.
Yep, and then when they're here, they own everything.
The industry I work in, I go to a lot of these different skilled nursing facilities and stuff. Every time you go in them, Jones, during business hours, guess who you see walking around doing administration work?
Yep.
Motherfucking tassels and the small hat and the little, every single one.
Yep.
They own all the healthcare shit.
And the thing about it, they own everything, and then they're out here talking about we're black. Literally, there's a video of an executive basically going in that we're openly censoring anybody who's saying that we are the world leaders, that we own everything, that we control everything. We're censoring that because we don't need the world looking at us in this negative light. And then literally in the same breath said, well, they should be worshiping. We're the masters. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. Look at Microsoft. Look at Google. They're all owning and was controlled. We're the ones who brought this to the world. They're that prideful that they believe that they are the creators of everything, that they should be worshipped as gods. That they mind you, get that scripture. It says Esau, when he goes into I shall rise above the stars, throne of God. I shall be like the Most High.
Isaiah 14.
Yeah. Grab that. Oh, you got something?
Yeah.
Right,
It's Psalm 73. And I'm gonna start at verse.
And also, I'm gonna make this very clear. I already know that we are marked.
3.
Anybody out here on the highways and hedges, and we sit here and we say we're the true children of Israel, you're marked. You're on some FBI or CIA list, and we're probably first in line to get chopped up. But guess what?
Count it up.
Count it as a blessing, because they can't do anything that the Lord doesn't allow. Remember that. Remember that. So when we doing right now, we understand that we standing boldly in the face of those that oppress us. And who oppressed us? Who controlled all the slave ships? Who sponsored and funded the slave ships in slavery? Who were most of the slave owners in America during slavery? Yes, it's the same people that's doing it now or doing it then. Why was Hitler doing what Hitler did? Because remember, he was living side by side with them. Sorry, guys, be honest about it. Why did he go fucking gung-ho on these people? Because he seen what was happening to America right now was happening in Germany. Germany had the most booming economy in the world. They were the world leaders until what? Who started taking over government? Who started taking over the banks? Who started taking over everything in their country? And he said, yo, these people are destroying us. They're like leeches, right? They suck all the blood out of you till you dry up, and when they're done with you, they throw you to the wind like dust. And that's what they're doing to America right now. And we live in this cesspool of a place, so we see it happening firsthand. Go ahead. But yeah, that's why we need to joke later.
Psalm 73 and 3. Starting at 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Yep.
For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
Yep.
They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
So how do we know they're not in trouble as other men? They're literally committing world genocide as we speak. There's over 1 million Palestinian kids. And you can literally go online right now and see normal Israeli citizens talking about, yeah, death to all of them. They all must die. And you see people say, but there's 1 million children. You killed the children. Yeah, well, they need to die too. They don't even care. Their spirits are not upright in them, so they don't even have remorse for the shit that they do. But have they ever had remorse for the wars, the genocides, and all the things they've done on the entire planet? In Africa, North America, Asia, North America, South America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. Don't forget Antarctica, down way under Australia. They destroyed it all. This is why the world is going to World War III, because they believe in order out of chaos. Let's get all these great nations to destroy their economies and all their armies. And as they're doing all of that, we're going to rise above it all and be the kings that we're so rightfully supposed to be. But guess what? Yahweh Shai's coming. The big big brother, the big bad wolf is coming. Go ahead.
We're for this whole chapter cooking, but we're gonna get the point. We'll go to 7 or 6, which is the next one. Therefore, pride compasses them as a chain.
Yep.
Violence covers them as a garment.
Yep. Pride and
That's
violence.
what
So
it
you could go and go watch Netanyahu, whatever the fuck say his dumbass name. Mind you, and that name is a fake ass Hebrew name that he created. That's not even his real name. We ain't gonna get into that right now. But literally, pride. If you ever watch any of his Jones, he'll sit there on national TV and be like, "We're defending our rights as a sovereign nation," and then be dropping bombs on kids. Violence. Remember that miles is smoother than oil, but war was in his heart.
I was watching a video and it was Denzel talking about
Okay,
something.
yeah.
He
about,
was like,
about Malcolm X.
and he said,
He was like, because the boy was like, I'm gonna let you speak about it. But the boy was like, do you think Malcolm X was a great man? He was promoting violence, and then
it's the same. We think about the same clip.
and then
yeah.
as soon as you said
Yeah,
Denzel,
yeah.
and then Denzel was like, how can you say that? And he said, no, I think you. He basically said you're explaining it wrong. It's funny how the sheep
it gets eaten by the wolves.
The sheep keeps getting eaten by the wolves, so now the sheep is like, man, we gotta fight back. Now all of a sudden the sheep is
promoting violence.
Now the sheep is promoting violence because now he's trying to protect himself from the wolf.
Oh shit! So is it the wolf that's
Is the wolf that's violent?
Promoting violence? Is the wolf violent or is the
the
sheep violent?
Is the wolf violent or the sheep violent for defending himself? That's literally what you've seen over in Gaza when Hamas was shooting missiles over there. It was a retaliation. Like, yo, I'm tired of y'all fucking us up. Now all of a sudden Hamas is a terrorist.
Yep.
Exactly. Same thing with the Black Panther Party. What was the Black Panther Party created for? To defend the black neighborhoods from the cops and the racist KKK. Because we used to have peaceful neighborhoods. We didn't have drug-ridden neighborhoods. Everybody was outside, marriage rates at all-time high. So we created the Black Panther Party because people was tired of having cops come in, kill, lynch people.
That was one thing the dude Charlie Kirk was saying. A lot of Jakes was taking it the wrong way. But you know, unbiased, I understood what he was talking about. He was saying in the 40s and 50s, black people were better off. And a lot of people say, well, we were segregated and getting killed. He was like, well, the point is, in your segregation, you were more united as people. There was less crime. You weren't committing as many crimes.
But see, everything he said was right. But what didn't he? He wants to talk about the cause. I mean, he wants to talk about the repercussions or the adverse effect.
The adverse effect.
The adverse effect instead of the cause of the fucking disease. Like, is it the root cause? What was the cause? Who divided us? Who?
Right.
We were segregated. We was thriving. Who abolished segregation? Who integrated us into a burning house? Who made sure that we weren't strong as a people? The Zionists, the Amalekites. Look it up. It was a CIA movement to do what? To divide and conquer. You want to know why black women and black men don't get along? Go look up why. Look up the redlining. Look up redlining. Look up the Section 8 movement. Look up the women's suffrage movement. All these things were all controlled and owned by who? Zionists. You can't make this up.
They demonized all of our leaders that promoted the black power and excellence, like Malcolm X.
They made black power. Remember when we just said it. The sheep now wants to defend himself from the wolf, but now the sheep is known as the violent one and the evil one because he's defending himself from the wolf. But the wolf was the one who initiated the violence to begin with. And if the wolf would have left him the fuck alone, the sheep would have been left the fuck alone in its own devices. This is why I said their mouths were smoother than oil, but war was in their heart. Go ahead.
Psalm 73 and 7. I'm going to read to 8. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish.
Whoa, who is that? Who owns everything? Who owns all the land? Who actually controls the money? These people create money out of thin air. They don't need money, they want power. They'll give you money for power. What does the devil do? Sell your soul. I want your talents and power, and I'll give you money for it.
That's why I took the gold standard away. And they won't let you
Yes, they took the gold standard away because they didn't want America to be backed by gold. They wanted to be backed by a monetary system controlled and owned by a central bank, and who owns that central bank? Exactly. Come on, I don't even have to give you an answer. You know the answer to everything I'm about to say.
You just speak the word.
I could just speak. Come on, go ahead.
Verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
They're corrupt and
lawfully.
speak. They're corrupt and speak wickedly of oppression. Who's getting oppressed in Gaza? Who's getting oppressed in America? Who's getting oppressed in South America? Who's getting oppressed in Africa? Who's getting oppressed in Asia? Who's getting oppressed in almost every nation under the sun? Who's getting oppressed in their own fucking countries? And who's controlling all of it? Go ahead. Bro, you can't make this shit the fuck up. And I already, like I said, I already know they're watching it. This video might get banned, shot down, all because of telling the truth. But the scriptures is one thing they can never defeat.
That's the key point.
Go ahead.
That was the key point.
Oh, that was the key point. All right, go. What was you again?
Oh yeah, you wanted that ascendance to clouds.
Yeah. Now, mind you, this is the reason why they feel this way. Because literally, I told you there was a video of a Jewish man saying, "You already worship one Jew. Why not just worship us all?" What the fuck? Who the fuck you think you're talking to? They basically said, "You Christians already worship Jesus. Why not just worship us all? Because we're the reason why you guys even have a planet." These motherfuckers are that cocky, and this is what they feel in their hearts. Go ahead.
So Isaiah 14, starting at 11, like pomp is brought down to the grave.
Hey. Speak up a little bit, and I think you can start up a little bit.
Nah, I sit on that. No, yeah, it's 11.
All right.
Isaiah 14 and 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
So that pomp goes into thy pride. Thy pride is brought down, and it says, "Worms cover thee and are beneath thee." This symbolizes decay, meaning that they're starting to rot, that their plans are not going to make it. You're not going to make it. Hey, Zionists, I know you want your new world order with your Zionist movement, and you want to be worshipped as gods. Guess what? The Lord is not going to allow you to pass the bounds that it was created and maintained for you. You can only move in your four-corner cage as far as the Lord is going to allow you. And the Lord is allowing you to rule over this planet for but a time. Go ahead.
Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of thy morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which dideth weaken the nations?
So how are you people brought down to the ground who did weaken the nations? Who's weakening all the nations? What people are literally weakening all the nations through proxy wars, vaccines, proxy wars, vaccines, food, opioid epidemics, chemicals, and every other thing under the sun? Who's controlling all of it? Go ahead.
For thou hast said in thy heart, Verse 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High.
They believe, remember I just told you, they want to be worshipped as gods. They believe that they're going to be above Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that they can offset prophecy and be the rulers of this world forever, more, and ever, and ever. And ever, forever, ever. This is what they actually believe.
I got some.
All right? Go
This
ahead.
is Job 20, starting at 19. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away in house which he buildeth not.
Oh, what were they doing? Backtrack. When Israel first went into Palestine, there was videos all over TikTok. Remember the original TikTok? Before it was taken down the first time? It was videos of literal Israelis walking into Palestinian homes and telling the Palestinians, get out the house. And they're like, well, this is my house. I've been living here all my life. He said, no, it's our house now. And they're literally throwing shit out and evicting these people in broad daylight on national TV. You can see them doing this. Read it again.
Job 20:19. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away in house which he buildeth not. Surely he shall not fill quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
So right here, it says that all the atrocities and evil that these people are doing, there's something that's just not feeling right in their stomach. It's like, yo, that uneasy feeling. Let's say you stole, I'm going to use something simple. You stole $100 out of your mom's purse. She didn't find out yet, but you got this uneasy feeling every day that passed. You feeling like, damn, she gonna find out yet? She gonna find out, yo, she gonna retaliate. Mom found out I stole this money. Damn, I just really want to get these sneakers, man. And you feel this you just feel like, damn, oh
You
shit.
know what? If I may, brothers, to add to you real quick, you're also going to be feeling some type of way when she start looking for it and you know where it's at.
You know where it's at.
Exactly. This is why it says what? Say read that part again. Exactly what you just said is exactly what it says. Go ahead.
It says,
And then go
it
ahead.
says, there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man live for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency.
So in the fullness of sufficiency, meaning when he gets to his peak, when his highest of high. So the Zionists are going to get so close to their new world order that basically they can taste it. It's going to be in the palm of their hands, right? But the Lord is going to let it slip through like sand. Have you ever had have you ever balled up sand, right?
Yeah.
At first you got a grip of it, but as soon as you start moving a little bit more, it starts seeping out and falling and falling. That's how it is. As soon as they get to their because mind you, World War III will start. It's prophecy, right? Famine of the word is coming. It's prophecy. Jacob's trouble is coming. It's prophecy, right? Some of us being martyrs and put into prisons is going to be prophecy. All these things have to happen because it's prophecy. And as they're getting to the final point of literally they destroyed and control almost everything. These Zionists are almost getting there. Remember, they have but a short time, so they're speeding it up. They're trying to hurry the fuck up. They're like, all right, we need to get AI out here, and we need to control the information, and then we need to go over here, stop the war over here. Yo, man, Hamas, I need you to send these missiles here. They're doing all these things because they're literally scrambling to hurry the fuck up. They're trying to hurry the fuck up. But then guess what? As soon as they're at their peak, they're going to be in dire straits. Now, what does the word straight mean? Difficulty. All of a sudden, everything seemed easy. We out here, we almost did it. And then out of nowhere, they're gonna start noticing. Yo, man, I think we might have, I think she gonna find out, bro. Yo, I'm gonna give my brother $50. Hey, yo, if mom find out, I'll give you 50 though. So we both in trouble. They gonna be trying everything in their power to stop the fucking shit that's coming. And the shitstorm that's coming is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And he's coming back not to meet them as a man, but in all his majesty and power with his entire armada.
Brightness of his coming. It's crazy.
And every knee shall bow. And when they see that happen, they hear them trumpets in the sky, we already know it's this time to die. Go ahead. No pun against that.
Last one, Job 20:23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
So as they're finally in their new world order, they think we finally did it. The earth is going to shake to and fro. The elements are going to melt with fervent heat. And the one who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ is going to crack the sky. And he's going to send his angels on a couple of missions to save and to destroy. And it's as simple as that. So these people who are literally cultivating this ball of chaos on the planet, we know who you are and we know who you say you are. But every man shall be what? Judged for every idle word ever spoken. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Harakah Kadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles. Shalom.
Shalom.